How we doing, lads? Welcome to another video. So today I was going to talk about something called AP or Antipatch, and sort of why it is something very, very handy to have. Now, when we were building this cannon yesterday, I didn't even realize, but I've accidentally given this cannon Antipatch. So basically, what that means is when you are patching a wall, say this is Antipatch is specifically for straight line patching. Say if this is your wall here, sorry, I'll just clear all this out of the way, just all this shit here. It's just from the test. So you sort of got two things with Antipatch, or there's like three different versions of Antipatch. So today I'll just sort of talk about Efficient Antipatch and normal Antipatch, and I'll talk about Web Bust Antipatch in a different video. But for now, what we'll do is we'll just clear all this shit out of the way. Replace near 10 water air, and I'm just gonna set some protection blocks just underneath the cannon. So basically, the purpose of Antipatch is to punish people who choose to straight line patch. So if we just go set bedrock, and we get all that done. So this is the exact same cannon we did yesterday. You might recall with the video yesterday that I timed out this web bust nuke to be as late as possible. So it was actually going off one game tick before our next power. Now what I didn't say, or what I actually didn't even realize in that video, was that that is the perfect timing to get a cannon to Antipatch. However, it won't Antipatch with it won't really Antipatch with your OSRB on. It sort of will. It'll be okay, but Antipatch is going to be a lot more effective without your OSRB. So I'll just talk very, very quickly about it. Basically, what Antipatch is an efficient way to destroy straight line patches. So basically, what it's going to do is, say we have these walls set up here. I might just clear this all, to be honest. Up one. Okay, that's great. Thanks. Up one, up one. Okay, there we go. So I'll just clear all this shit out of the way first, and then we'll sort of talk about it. So basically, straight line patching is finding out where the cannon is shooting, and you build in a straight line out from where it's shooting. So if we just go set air speed 10, perfect. So yeah, we've got some test spots now. So we'll go back up to the cannon here, and we'll just go here. So we'll just set some walls up. Out here, up, walls, cobblestone 59. There we go, perfect. So basically, we've got this lined up against the walls here. So I'll just fill the cannon and we'll just fire it. Just in the standard configuration. I don't have it selected. Anyway, so we'll fire that. Seems a bit laggy today, unfortunately. Crystal. Oh, we've got no wire guider. Oops. Try that again. Okay, there you go. Oh, it looks like we've actually got web. Oh, I turned off the OSRB, that's right. Anyway, so let's just say you are now going through someone's base just like this. So I'm just going to auto a couple shots. It's laggy as hell right now. Some shit is on, by the looks. But all sweet. That's really laggy. It's really bad. This is just 2 shots? No, more. But anyway, basically, let's just say someone catches you raiding them and they straight line patch just like this. So what they'll do is they'll line up with your shot and they will start straight line patching like this. So this is where Antipatch really shines. So what's going to happen is you are going to stack on the wall, and basically right after your nuke explodes, so let's just say we just put some andesite here. So right after your nuke explodes, basically what you want to do is, of course, this is watered. Once the nuke explodes, it's going to make this all dry. So this is all going to go dry, and for basically the one redstone tick after, while it is still dry, you will basically tunnel it. So I'll sort of show you what it looks like. It should actually work quite well with this cannon. because, as I sort of said, I did have the nuke timed out to be 1 game tick before the next shot comes in. And when we do have our bypass here on, basically what it's going to do is it's going to nuke, and the last second it's going to tunnel all of that patch out. So you do need to be autoing for this specific type of anti-patch here. This is called Efficient Antipatch when you're only using 2 powers to anti-patch. There's also regular anti-patch where you can use a 3rd power to tunnel as well. Oh, it didn't work. Right, that's a bit embarrassing. Have a look. I just want to double check the timings actually, to be honest. So you can work out why that wasn't quite working. It should be fine. But we might just want to check. So anyways, that's our bypass there. Our bypass is firing. I'm just going to count from here, I guess. So 1, 2, 2. What am I counting for? Powers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So first power's 16, and then second power's at 18, and then the first power for the second shot is obviously 2 seconds after that, so it's going to be 36 and then 38. So basically we want our nuke to be going off at 35.5, the 1 game tick before the next shot comes in. So what we'll do is we'll have another look. We'll just count to our nuke. So we'll go 1, and then 2, and then that's 5, 9, 10, 13, 17. That's going up to be 19.5, 22.5, 25.5, 26.5, 27.5, 29.5, 30.5, 34.5, 35.5. That should be timed out fine. I'm not quite sure why it didn't work then, to be honest. It should be fine. I'm just going to test to just make sure it is still tunneling, but I'm not 100% sure why that didn't work. So we do fire it. So I should just tunnel this out. Okay, yeah, so it did tunnel there. So what we'll do is we'll just set this back up again. And then something like that. And I'm just going to leave it 2 shots. Just try and work out why it isn't working. You know what I did? Okay, that's actually hilarious, to be honest. So in a nutshell, the reason why it's not working is I have it timed out to be 2 sec, but the clock's actually on 3 sec. Someone wanted to ask yesterday how to make this clock 3 sec so they could use it on a 3 sec server, and I just realized I didn't change it back, so I wasn't actually going to anti-patch ever. So that's a funny little thing. Of course, it's not going to anti-patch there because the nuke is going off like a second before the next shot comes in. So if we try that again, you should see that we do get the nice. Okay. Really? Something's not working. Just suss out the clock very, very quickly. Let's try. Oh, okay. Oops. Let's turn that back off before I blow anything up. That's just how I had it wired up there. There we go. Perfect. There we go. So I'll just turn it back off. What you should see is it will stack on the front there. And then the second it stacks, bang, there we go. You can see it just knocks all of that cobblestone out there. So what I'll do is I'll sort of show you what it does against straight line patching. So this is actually hilarious. I didn't realize this cannon was going to be efficient anti-patching like that. But yeah, it's just a happy little accident, I guess. But there we go, bang. And then yeah, you can see it just tears it out again if I just start straight lining it. Boom, just like that. And again, oops, I actually managed to split the shots there. It's kind of funny. Smack. Yeah, that's anti-patch for you, basically. So this is what's called efficient anti-patch. This is where you have your nuke going off 1 game tick before your second power goes off. And yeah, it's called efficient anti-patch because it only uses 2 powers. Now there's a separate version of anti-patch which will work for slower cannons, where actually what you do is you have a third power that goes off 1 game tick after your nuke goes off. So of course the disadvantage of that is you're going to get a lot more, you're going to be using a lot more TNT. But what you can actually do is, if you are, say, efficient anti-patching, you can pulse this power like this. So you can do one side on 0, one side on 2. And then what you can do after that is you can actually pulse it again and pulse both sides. So you get so much more range on your anti-patch, you'll double the range of your anti-patch. So that's one sort of advantage that you can have by double pulsing it, like that. Second sort of advantage is you can time it out a lot more nicely. So you can time it to, say, go off after your OSRB or something. You can time it to go off after your overstack. Anything like that where you want it to go off after a specific part of the cannon, it's going to work. So for example here, if I have my OSRB on, it's obviously going to destroy the wall well before the nuke actually destroys the wall. So we're not going to be anti-patching with our OSRB on. We're only going to be anti-patching with our OSRB off. So I think with an efficient anti-patch, you can actually get around that and just anti-patch straight after your OSRB hammer goes off, or your OSRB scatter, and then you just anti-patch it. That should work fine. And yeah, that's sort of it. So basically, I guess this is a very, very quick TLDR. Efficient anti-patch is where you are using 2 powers. Your nuke goes off 1 game tick before your first power from your second shot comes through, and it will tunnel after that using 2 powers. Normal anti-patch is where you have 3 powers, and you can more finely time that third power to go off 1 game tick after your nuke or your scatter or whatever you want to go off. Whatever you want to anti-patch, you just time it off after that. So obviously, normal anti-patch, you're going to be using more TNT, but you can also, you can customize it more, so you can get more range out of it. Another big thing about normal anti-patch as well is if you are single firing your cannon, you can anti-patch while you are single firing for an efficient anti-patch. Because basically, if you, say, have a line like this, and we are using the normal anti-patch, what's basically going to happen is you're going to stack on the front, then your third power is going to fire, it's going to destroy the front with your scatter, and then it's going to go all the way through that. So you can do that off 1 shot with a normal anti-patch cannon. You can't obviously do that with an efficient anti-patch, because you are going to hit that cobblestone there, and because you are relying on the bypass from your second shot to go off, you can't actually anti-patch after that. So you can't anti-patch while you're single firing using an efficient anti-patch. So I'll just T-fire, I'll just show you. So obviously you're still going to be able to tunnel dry blocks. So if we, say, make that dry there, up to there. So obviously, come on, dog. Oh, did I have it too low? Yeah, I just built this entire thing like a block too high. I'll just drop it down by block, essentially. Sweet. So we'll fire that again. This won't work against people who do patch like off the side like that, by the way, I'll make that note. But it will patch it will work against people who straight line patch. Might have built it on the wrong axis now. Try that again. So yeah, I didn't even realize, but if you want to anti-patch with this cannon, you just turn your OSRB off, pretty much. That's actually absolutely hilarious. I didn't realize. So what's that? 4, negative 4, 5. So negative 212, 312, 212, 312. So 2, 1, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so yeah, it's a block too high. It's actually 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So it's actually gonna be shooting there. That's where we want to hit. Let's try that again. So yeah, it'll just tunnel. It'll tunnel the front bit, but it's not gonna. It's obviously not gonna tunnel after. So yeah, it goes bang there. And now if we choose to lever this cannon, so we flick the lever on, we'll just shoot 2 shots. Let me turn that back off. Obviously you'll stack on the first one, and then your bypass will come through and just anti-patch the rest. Just like that. Yep, there you go. And yeah, you just stack on this very back wall up here. Yeah, sweet, that's pretty much it. So that's anti-patch and efficient anti-patch explained. It's a very, very quick TLDR. I might do a cannon with proper anti-patch eventually. I kind of can't be bothered now. I'm really in the mood to only do two powers and not do any more than 2 powers. I don't think I've really used any other cannons that use more than 2 powers yet. On complex especially, because complex is pretty laggy when it comes to using a lot of TNT. So I usually like to just stick with 2 powers and just run off Efficient Antipatch in a scenario like this. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So I'll catch you on the next one. So that'll probably be tomorrow. I'm not sure what I want to talk about. Might do hammerlesses, might do types of cannons. Who knows? Anyway, I'll see you then.